It's a fucking intro. It's a fucking intro. I'm doing this temporarily until I get a new intro scene. It's a fucking intro. It's a fucking intro. It's a fucking intro. Now on with the main show.
And I had another question I need to ask you people. Another one. People say, "Oh, we're supposed to eat meat. It's natural for us to eat meat. The animals eat meat. All right, the animals eat meat. All right. Do they go and cook the meat that they eat, or do they eat it on the spot? Right. The animals usually eat it right on the spot. Correct. They don't go and clean it out and refrigerate it or fry it, bake it. They just eat it the way it is. So, if we're meant to eat meat, shouldn't we be able to do the same? Shouldn't we be able to just hunt down the animal and eat it without cooking it? What happens when we eat meat without cooking it? We get food poisoning.
Okay. We roughly started cooking meat before even Homo sapiens sapiens existed. Homo habilis, there's evidence of food cooking then. It's generally considered that the advent of cooking our food is what greatly advanced our evolution to the degree that we're at now. But we can eat meat raw. It's just generally we've evolved over the years, over the millions of years, to eating meat cooked. So while we can eat food raw, we've lost a lot of the abilities to deal with raw food. And yes, one of the symptoms is getting food poisoning sometimes from eating raw meat. But we also have evidence that you can eat raw meat fine, such as sushi, or the other thing in France is steak tartare, where they eat raw steak. There's plenty of evidence of eating food raw, meat in particular I should say, where it won't do you any harm. But there's also evidence to show that it does harm. It depends on how well the meat is treated, and a whole heap of other factors. But the fact that animals eat theirs without cooking, and we eat ours with, just shows that we discovered cooking food and it helped us advance. Animals haven't got that. They haven't discovered it as such. But yeah, your point behind this one is animals eat food raw, so we can't be meat eaters. Because we cook our meat. Does that mean we can't be herbivores because we cook our veg? And our fruit?
You know why? Because maybe, just maybe, we're not supposed to eat that shit.
Do you like potatoes? Yeah, you go ahead and eat that raw. I'll be there to clean up the sick afterwards. And all the other veggies that have been shown to be better cooked for us, nutrition-wise, like broccoli. Yeah, we're not meant to eat veg because we cook food. That's how your logic works, right?
We keep saying that one of the biggest problems we have is obesity, but we keep going back and eating the same shit. How much sense does that make?
Well, I've seen American-sized portions of food, and I have to say, stop eating so fucking much! Of course, it also depends on exercise, what you eat, how much you eat, and how often you eat it, among several other varying factors. Your point is exactly against meat eating?
I want to know, because it took me to really quit the meats before I start realizing how almost of an addiction it was for being so hard for me to get off of it. But when I start understanding the other dynamics and start going beyond my taste, beyond what I'm craving, and start really going in depth with it, I feel healthier than I've ever felt. I think clearer than I've ever thought.
I can assure you, you don't think clearly.
I don't even really crave meat all that. I'm not gonna front like I don't, you know what I'm saying, like if somebody's cooking it and you know what I'm saying, I'm around it, like I don't, it's not like I don't have those memories of how good it tastes, but now I have an understanding of this. I don't look at it, an animal like this as food. I look at it as a soul. And I know plants have souls when we eat the plants. And plants also have intelligence.
Plants have intelligence? Plants have souls? Cooked meat is soul? Well, for a start, you'll have to show evidence that you have a soul. But, again, back to that line. Plants have souls and intelligence?
They're so stupid! Stupid!
But mammals are really very close to us. A lot of our DNA is from mammals.
That's because we are fucking mammals, you fucking moron. We are warm-blooded, we are vertebrates. We produce milk, we have fucking nipples. Mammals have nipples. We give birth to live young. We are mammals. We have hair, we have fucking fur. Technically, hair, so as it's called by us up here. But we also generally... fucking retard.
And if we are truly more intelligent than the animals, then we should understand that maybe we shouldn't be eating them.
But weren't you saying just a second ago that plants have souls and intelligence as well? So, should we be avoiding eating them? Since we're apparently more intelligent than them, and they have intelligences like animals do? Or is it based solely upon the fact that they're not mammalian? In which case, fish should be fine, chicken should be fine, turkey should be fine, reptiles should be fine, amphibians are fine, insects are fine to eat. Is it just mammalian meat that you have a problem with? Is that what the issue is?
It's one thing eating the animals when you don't have a choice. But we have choices. If you can fucking go and save up money to go buy a new pair of fucking Jordans, you can be able to go afford to go buy some foods that are healthy.
You do realise that meat can be healthy too, right?
There's no excuses. You'll lose weight, your skin will clear up.
There is no scientific connection with the meat that you eat causing skin infections like acne. None at all. The skin will clear up thing, yeah, it could happen. That depends on whether you eat well. But there's no connection to meat and acne, as found yet. None at all. As for getting healthier and losing weight, you can do that by eating meat. Exercise, balanced diet, and less fucking food.
There's a lot of benefits to not eating meat. And your body processes faster. The waste from your body comes out faster.
He's talking about fibre. Your body does not process faster if you're a vegetarian or a vegan. It does not process faster. The only thing it processes is what you intake, and you have to intake more to get more nutrients out of it to cover what you're not getting, and protein that you're not getting from meat. Now, what he means here when he says your waste comes out faster is that basically you shit more because you're eating a lot more fibre. And there's one thing the body cannot do, and that is take in fibre. Fibre goes in one end and right out the other. It's a drain cleaner, so to speak. The more fibre you have, the healthier your shit. Have too much fibre, you get the shits. Fibre tends to soften up the stool. It doesn't. The only way it makes you come out faster is because you seem it to do it more, because you're shitting better, and there's more. So a healthy fibre intake is good, too much fibre intake is bad, and too little fibre intake is bad. But being a vegetarian does not mean that you process food faster.
And what made me really just give up eating meats is I just realized I wanted to stay healthy. I didn't want to, I was working out harder and harder to try to keep, my stomach down. It was getting more difficult to lose the weight. I don't have that problem no more.
Well, it could be because you're not taking enough calories and proteins for the average daily recommended amount. It could be anything, but the reason that I don't... What you're saying is not accepted as evidence, sorry. Personal anecdotes don't count as evidence. I could say any old shit, but why would I expect you to believe me? So, you're saying that in your experience you got healthier as soon as you went to vegetarianism. Fine, good. Don't force it down our throats. We each have our own path to make.
So, there's a lot of benefits to becoming vegetarian or vegan or raw vegan. There's a difference. I'm a vegetarian, but I still eat cheese and I still eat eggs. Vegans don't eat cheese, eggs. They don't have nothing that's close, that's even related to an animal. And raw vegans, those are the ones that usually they don't even cook their vegetables. They just eat the vegetables raw. And I'm a vegetarian, so I don't really feel the need for me to be vegan, to be honest. Not at this moment. But I would say start off slow. Give up one way to do it is to get off the red meat and pork immediately. Instead of eating red meat, maybe you should eat turkey meat. Instead of eating bacon, maybe you should eat turkey bacon. Because the pork and the red meat, that shit's for real. That shit's killing you. That shit's gonna kill you.
You know what else is going to kill me? Oxygen. Maybe I should stop that. After all, oxygen is slowly but surely setting every single cell in my body on fire. And burning it up. Maybe I should give up oxygen, because it'll kill me.
Straight up. Especially all the GMOs they're putting in that stuff. You don't want to fuck with that. So if you're really trying to wean yourself off of the red meat and the pork, invest in turkey meat. And then try to wean yourself off the turkey and the chicken. And no, it's not going to be easy. It's gonna be a whole lot of discipline, but it's not the hardest thing either. Once you get used to it, it's really not difficult. You're gonna get tested from a lot of your friends and relatives, but that's why you need to have that ideology behind it. You need to understand. You need to come to an understanding that just because you crave to eat this does not make it a good enough reason to do so.
Meh, no arguments here. Generally when someone turns vegetarian after being known to be a meat eater and their family are like, why? You do get asked about it. Most people would accept it, of course, most rational people. You become vegetarian, fair enough. And yeah, craving something is obviously a sign that your body is used to it. It's not generally a good enough reason to do something if you crave it. But yeah, nothing to argue with here. I could have sworn when I first watched this there was a lot more crazy.
You need to understand that these things are killing you. These things are making you overweight.
No, what made me overweight was being out of work and not being able to do any exercise due to recovering from cancer and surgery. In most people's cases, it's a lack of exercise or having a sedentary lifestyle, which unfortunately I still have, and I'm working on that by cycling a 10 mile a day, downhill and uphill, or at least I'm trying to, and cutting down on my intake of food and controlling what is in there. I eat a balanced diet. Meat alone does not kill you, unless of course you're only eating meat, in which case you will die because you need veg in your life. But anyway, carrying on.
So, for anybody that wants to know, that's why I stopped eating meat. That's why I became vegetarian. I don't think we should be eating dead corpse. As
opposed to live corpse?
I don't think that we should, you know what I'm saying? I think that we're taking on that fear produces a hormone. Fear produces a vibration. So these animals have these feelings, have this fear. So when we're killing these animals, we're taking in this fear vibration from this animal, and we're taking it into us.
I'm picking up fear vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm picking up fear vibrations. She's giving me excitations. Fear, 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 fear vibrations. She's giving me excitations. Fear, 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 fear vibrations. She's giving me excitations. Yeah, sorry. Fear does produce hormones in your body. It's called adrenaline, amongst other things. But it does not produce vibrations. For it just doesn't produce fear vibrations. That you intake. Fear is not a nutrient. You realise that, right? And adrenaline does not tasty meat make. So generally we don't take out animals that are in flight or fight mode for food, because it tends to make it stringy and tough. But I have to laugh at this fear thing, because you know, those fear vibrations coming into your body through eating them. That's good, kid. That's good. What about those plant fear vibrations? After all, you said plants are intelligent and have souls. Wouldn't they get the fear vibrations too?
We're taking this vibration into us, and you need to start understanding vibration and frequency is absolutely everything.
Oh God, no, 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 no! This is not spirit science, bitch tits. You are not fucking going there.
It's everything. And we're taking in this vibration. We're taking in this karma into us.
I told you, we are not doing spirit science. No! No, 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 no. You stop this line of fucking talk now.
And at this point, we really need to start really trying to become our higher selves. If black people are missing the boat on this, that's on black people. A lot of people are really starting to understand it. A lot of people are starting to get upon this ship of trying to get themselves better, trying to get themselves right. Because motherfuckers already know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
So yeah, he seems to be ignoring the possibility that because black people in the States are generally from the poorer areas, like the projects and stuff, they generally don't eat so good if you're poor, because you don't have the money to buy the better ingredients like the fresh veg and the like. So you tend to show more nutritional side effects and stuff, and that's why in general, in the States particularly, black society as such doesn't live as long or isn't generally as healthy as say the whites and the Asians as such, because they're not getting the same nutrients, because they're not they're not having the same money. Now, don't get me wrong, there's poor white folks as well that don't have the same opportunities, but it's more marked among the black communities in the States. Not so much in the UK, and I wouldn't really know about Canada or Australia or anywhere like that, but it's really marked in the States, and it's only slowly getting better, slowly but surely. But that is why generally there's more disease is more rife amongst the black folks in the States. It's because you're too damn poor. Oh, and yeah, you need to discover socialism, America. It fucking helps.
It is in your best interest to become vegetarian, vegan, or raw vegan, or whatever. But it's in your best interest to stop eating this fucking meat.
Remember what I said, folks, about poor folks? Yeah. It's in your best interest to buy fresh veg. It is. It really is. No, fruit as well. Just a pity it's so fucking expensive to live a vegetarian and vegan lifestyle, isn't it? Yeah, because that'll win folks over.
Because all the shit that they're putting in it, now they're coming out with they're making feces, they're making meat out of feces.
And then they eat the poo-poo.
You know, that shit's really happening. They're putting all types of shit in your foods. Especially in your meats. Especially in your meats.
You know what, I've let this go all video, but meat is the plural of meat. Meat is also the singular of meat. It is not meats. And now with that done, my inner grammar Nazi can go away.
And if you're going to try to open your third eye, and you're going to start trying to get into meditation, and really trying to become one with your higher self, you're going to want to get rid of that shit.
I told you, no fucking spirit science.
It's all on you. You want to lose weight? You want to eliminate heart disease? You want to calm down your diabetes? You're going to have to eat better. You're going to have to stop eating the meats. You're going to have to start finding protein supplements. There's a lot of protein supplements. You know how to find them. You guys know how to do Google researches. I can give you the basics, you know what I'm saying, the vegetables you should eat. I eat a lot of...
Yeah. Eating less meat may help reduce in society heart disease, but you know what else does that? Cutting down on all sorts of fats, including donuts and sweeties, crisps, popcorn, whatever the fuck is coming into our body through, snack foods generally. That would help a lot, and it would also help with diabetes. It wouldn't cure it because we can't cure diabetes, but it may slow down instances of diabetes forming, i.e. type 2 diabetes. I know Jason with a D, that has diabetes, and he was a vegetarian. So I'd like to hear his comments on the idea that being a vegetarian will cure your diabetes. I really would. Or at least control your diabetes to the point where it's non-existent, I'm guessing.
Spinach. I eat a lot of tomatoes, peppers, onions. Another good thing is spirulina. Let me see if you can read it right here. It's probably going to be upside down and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the reverse. Spirulina. This shit. A lot of fucking protein supplements. A whole lot of them.
You know what's better? Not spending a shitload of money on fucking pills you don't need, and having a balanced diet involving both meat and veg. And I eat a lot of tomatoes and peppers and onions as well. Eating meat does not stop you doing that.
A lot of them. And you know you can find protein supplements. Stop giving me that fucking excuse. Stop giving me excuses of why you guys are still eating animals. Alright? Like I said, I already gave plenty of arguments. I want to see you guys try to refute these fucking things.
What do you think this video is? It is refuting your entire arguments for being a vegetarian when they're fucking unreasonable and just batshit insane. And no, your Google worrying, your Google scholarship does not count against science. and your personal anecdotes and your, well, you're just plain crazy shit, like thinking aliens gave us all our almost all our technology, or that they're making meat out of shit, or that plants are intelligent and have souls.
If you have an option to eat an animal or not eat an animal, maybe you shouldn't eat them.
I know I should be picking on someone for how they speak and their grammar, but it's, you have the option to eat an animal or not to eat an animal. It's not, you have the option to eat animal or not eat animal. Grammar helps with English, pal. It really does. And the grammar Nazis taken over. They've just got to Czechoslovakia.
Because where does it stop? Then that means if we animals are okay, flesh is okay, so is eating humans okay? Is cannibalism okay?
Well, it'd be a decent way to get protein as long as it's cooked. As long as the person being eaten was willing. Yeah, it's fine. Just make sure to cook the meat so you don't get prion's disease. I see no issues with cannibalism as long as I say everyone knows it's happening and the person being eaten is willing. Wow. I'm guessing Ryan Campbell's gonna have fun with that clip.
You can't be a fucking hypocrite. So that's why I became vegetarian. That's how it started. I had to really, it had to be here before I could just give it up. I had to think of it first. It does not make logical sense to eat meat. It's very irrational. For you as a black person, you don't know this is your natural culture here. This shit. Vegetables are universal. This food, the pork, the red meat, the chicken, the turkey, you don't know that's part of your fucking culture. And you keep wondering why we have obesity problems? Maybe it's the foods we're eating. I mean, let's think about that for a minute. Maybe it's the foods we're eating.
So now you're arguing that eating meat is part of black culture, or isn't part of black culture, because, yeah, Europeans didn't teach black people to eat meat. Africans have been eating meat for fucking centuries. For millennia. Humans have been eating meat for millennia. Homo habilis was a meat eater. And all the previous homos. Up to Australopithecus, another thing in the first one. The last one before we became homo. The homo genus. I am not likely to take advice from someone who thinks that Africans did not eat meat before Europeans taught them to eat meat. That we get most of our technology from aliens, that plants have intelligence and souls, but they're okay to eat because animals have intelligence and souls too, but we're obviously thinking that we're more intelligent, thus we only eat meat because we think that we're more intelligent, which causes huge disease, despite all evidence saying otherwise. Yeah, and of course karma and lows fear vibrations. He's giving me fear vibrations. Good, 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 good vibrations from bacon. Yeah, can't forget the fear vibrations. Oh, he's giving me fear vibrations. Fear, 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 fear vibrations. Bacon's giving me fear vibrations. Fear, 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 fear vibrations.